Welcome everyone. Today we're going to do a reading all about our money, our careers, that type of reading. You know, we're always doing love. Well, I mean, I don't do it purposely, but love comes up all the time. But this time, you know, where I normally don't put limits, you know, I let what comes out when it come out. I want to know about careers and your money and your talents in that. And the reason I'm doing this is because I really want to know after the Leo full moon. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, I'm right back. Anyways, I really want to do this regarding the Leo full moon that we'll be experiencing in February. And because I have a feeling, you know, part of this is feeling and part is what I've been reading, but it's really a feeling within me that there's going to be a lot of changes. We just went through 2021, right? And we went through all kinds of changes. That's what it was about, a year 5. But this year we're moving into the year of the lovers, or we're into the year of the lovers, 2022. And it doesn't always mean romantic. It's, you know, a love of what you do, a love of your life, you know what I mean? All of that. So, anyway, let's go ahead and let's find out. Let's figure this out. I always invite my guides in. This is for all signs, and you'll know, you know, I can hear someone like, how could it be for all signs? Because it is. You know, it's more about the connection. Anyway, I'm going to use the tarot dreams. Let me give it a couple shuffles. They're already pre-shuffled. The reason the Leo moon is like calling my name so much is because it's a fiery moon. You know, it's a moon about action. It's new beginnings. You know, and I feel like a lot of times it's new beginnings after overcoming, you know, maybe something emotional, since Cancer was the moon before. All right. So, career, talents, money. You know, if you follow me, you know this is like, for some reason, I've been preparing us for this year more than any of the years since I started reading tarot. I've been reading tarot on YouTube for quite a while, so I don't know. There's something about this year. Well, look at that. The sun. So, interesting, right? We're talking about what's happening after the moon. The sun comes out, but it's the card of Leo. I feel like it's saying, first of all, nothing to fear. Let's see what we have next. We have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. You know, I feel like many of you have been getting like, I don't know if I want to say downloads. That doesn't sound right. You've been getting like inspiration, inspired, maybe in a completely different direction. It's like almost sometimes I accidentally ended up on this path, I feel, but really it's no accident. I like that the Queen of Cups came out next because this is, you know, this is something tells me that is fulfilling. We have, look at this, the Emperor. Come on, guys. Some of you have been wanting to start a business, but have wanted to be the boss. Some of you are ready to be the leader. Like, it's time. Emperor, you know, card of Aries, beginning of spring, right? When everything begins after the, you know, the gray days of winter. This may be giving you a date like March. March may be a good day to launch something. You know, and it's interesting because in my own YouTube channel, you know, you have analytics, and what was I going to say? Oh, I noticed that like I was growing quickly, and then I hit 155,000 subscribers, and then, well, no, I hit 156, and then for last year, it's like it went back, it got stuck within that 155. Finally it went over that 156, and I'm not counting it like your numbers, but it's just, I felt the energy of like, you know, putting out twice the work and getting less of the result. And I feel like why I'm saying that is because this is about to change. I am filling in my own life. So maybe that's why I was telling you the story. And, you know, I consider myself the business owner. Anyway, the Emperor. I like that. We have, look at this, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, yes. This is all about your voice, your uniqueness, your communication. This can be the beginning, right? And when I say the beginning, it's like you already have the wisdom. You already have the tools. Maybe it's using them, being confident in using them. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with these cards instead of clarifying, because they're telling the perfect story. You know, when you're in the Emperor's energy, this is when, I mean, you're the leader of the people, you know, or a leader of your community, but you lead by example. This is someone who has put the work in, has put the time in. You know, it doesn't feel like a miracle. It feels, and I don't even feel like, you know, like if I'm the Emperor, like, you know, I automatically get that title. Anyway. So, you know, what it tells me is two things. Like, if we're willing to put the work in, right? If we're willing, because I think of the Emperor as someone who does put a plan in place, where the Empress is coming more from the creative energy, the flow. You know what I mean? But the Emperor wants to make sure that it stands, that it stays, that is important. Anyway, look at this. We have the wheel. Here's the wheel, about to turn. Dang it. You think I would know what day the full moon is on, but I don't. I don't know why. I want to say the 17th, 16th. This is one of those readings where I feel like it's getting us ready now. And then I think coming back, like after, like once you start moving in this energy, some of you have already moved in it, but there's still something like, you know, the Emperor, I think, is the top, right? Is the very top of that field, let's say. Doesn't mean there aren't other mountains to climb. You know, other victories to be had. So the wheel, you know, it speaks of destiny. And I feel like what it's saying for a lot of us, I don't know why, well, I feel like for a lot of us, it's doing what, like, your soul really wanted to do. When? Now, right? Like, maybe not earlier, maybe not later. In this energy, I feel like you can easily trust Look at this. We have the Lovers. I'm not reading reversals. It was kind of like, we have the Lovers. But remember, we're doing money. We're doing career. Now, this can certainly talk about working with someone of, that caliber, let's say. But this is the year of the Lovers, 2022. So if I had any question in my mind, should I do something that I feel like it's very fulfilling. It brings you a sense of joy and happiness. It's all about who you are and uniquely your voice, how you communicate it, all of that. And, it destined. And I felt like earlier, like, I can't come earlier because maybe wisdom has to be gained. You know what I mean? And that comes through experiences. So I couldn't have come earlier, but I come now. Here is our clarification. Here is our confirmation. We have, look at this, the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is all about learning and knowledge, right? This is someone who, and I often feel the energy with them is like laid back, and what I mean by that, I shouldn't say laid back because I'm on a path here, and this path is maybe even higher knowledge. Maybe now I can handle it. I can understand it. And I feel like, for some, this is talking about building myself up to there, right? It's through my knowledge. And I feel like I don't have to, it just feels like it comes naturally. Some of you could certainly, this can talk about going to school. I don't think so, though. Maybe. And then we have the Two of Cups. Interesting, because the Two of Cups is soulmate energy. So, not to bring love into the mix, but this could talk about, as I'm on this path, because it feels like quite a beautiful path, if you trust yourself. And there's no reason I feel like not to, because the sun comes first, right? The sun's the illumination, it's the warmth. This queen knows that she's got the sun at her back always. And she's looking right over at that emperor, right? So, whatever that means to her. But it's all about, about our voice communication. And I feel like, yes, potentially. First of all, I feel like soulmates can be many people. Like, as I find myself on this path and I open myself more and more up to it or open to it, the right people just seem to come in my life at the right time. It's really, if you take notice, it's kind of beautiful. It's like, it reminds me of my daughter who, her neighbor who moved in, I was still living there, but I was just about ready to move out, of the downstairs. She has an apartment downstairs. There's a girl, and and I hated leaving her because I feel tied, right? Tied to her, and but she's in her 40s. However, why am I telling you this? I don't know. I think because many of you know of my life, and I feel like I had to take a few chances. So anyways, the soulmate can certainly talk of love. But I also feel like it talks of people. All right, let's take what's faced up first. We have the Palace of Swords. I often feel like the palaces are where you find yourself, where you end up finding yourself. And Palace of Swords, I think of like in that house, in that palace, like I don't have to worry about the truth. I don't have to worry about people there being honest. this is, you know, where I feel like, you know, not only do other people value you, you value yourself. We have the Six of Pentacles. Look at that, two sixes connected. You know, I feel like if I follow my gut, I feel like, you know, will I be successful, let's just say in this year, right? Because this is about building. And I feel like, you know, until you decide, you know, to stop. So I feel like this is saying, this is the energy of, you know, it's empathy for my fellow brother and sister. It's compassion. It's all that I have learned through all the hardships I have been through. And it's an energy of, I feel like what it's saying, that financially, like if you follow what it is that you feel in your heart, I feel like you're going to be fine. You're going to make more than you need. And I've been feeling this a lot. Again, the year of the lovers, love of your fellow brother and sister. So this is the energy of even giving back, right? What I don't need, I give to the world. We have the Hermit, the wise old one. You know, I feel like, in a way, I feel like this is you, on this earthly form, right? Learning these earthly lessons, and eventually bringing in my spirituality, right? In the beginning, I feel like, you know, I feel like when the hermit first goes in the cave, I'm kind of lost, you know, I'm kind of lost. But as the hermit, excuse me, as the hermit reflects upon, you know, whatever may have caused this, the hermit ultimately seeks what it is that she needs to let his light shine again. I often think the hermit is the teacher in some way. It doesn't mean I have to teach at school, right? Maybe I teach through my example. We have the Five of Swords, and it's interesting because the hermit's back is to this energy, and it's coming under the Two of Cups, and it's very strange that it's coming there. Because the Five of Cups is about toxicity that's around you, you know, and it can be one's own thoughts. It certainly can. This may be part of what the hermit is really trying to work out, trying to figure out, you know, to see, like, you know, seek and you shall receive. There's another one I'm thinking of, though, where it's like, you know, when I open my eyes, I see truth and not illusion, right? So to me, what that means is like the drama of others, I can't, like, it doesn't affect me. But do I stick around? I don't know. Anyway, we have two more cards. We have Justice, card of Libra, and look at this. We have the Knight of Pentacles. First of all, the Knight of Pentacles is, to me, guardian angel energy that's bringing you a pentacle into your physical world. This is so that you can, you know, change a part of your world that you want to. And the only five we have, I think, yeah, the only five we have is this Five of Swords. So, you know, I feel like, listen, I feel like the sun coming out first, you know, whatever you haven't cut ties with yet, and it can be karmic, it can be whatever it is, it's, you know, you can feel like, it's almost like, I try to go forward. It's almost like someone has a spring on you, or a leash, and I can only go, I can only go so far. So, I feel like, first of all, there's some type of freedom from that. And I think it's you. I think it's you cutting those ties, right? I think the Hermit has reflected upon, what. And again, it can be my own thoughts. But because justice is here, I feel like, I'm cutting ties. Ultimately, though, what's it doing? This knight's coming in towards justice. So it could talk about, you know, um, balance, fairness, the law. This pentacle could be coming in to help you in any fashion that listen, it helps you, but I feel like it may help it helps others too. It helps others too. Some of you may have gone through a divorce, and it's, you had to find your way. Trust yourself, because you can find your way. Definitely you can find your way. And I feel like it's interesting because, the Ace of Swords is mirroring the Five of Swords. So this could say, like, my realization, because in the Ace of Swords, this is where I'm being truthful and being honest, right? So, honest, and I expect honesty back, right? And if I expect it back, I therefore then need to be honest. So it can be just like, really being honest with oneself of whatever, seems to only let you go so far. We have the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And it's interesting. We have the King and the Queen, who is by the Lovers. And I know, it's like I don't want to do love reading. But let's just put it this way. I feel like maybe ultimately this is... Listen, first of all, maybe this is someone I make out ties with. It's funny, he's kind of looking over at her. Like that. He's got the Ten of Wands under him. He's got the Five Cups under him too. Listen, simply put, let's say that I'm in a relationship and, it must have, we must have been together for a while. And I definitely feel, love and all that. But I feel like maybe, last year, or when I'm in the energy of the Hermit, I start to realize that, I'm not doing what it is I want to do. Maybe I came to do it. And I feel like no matter what this is, if it relates to love, I feel like this Queen is looking a different direction. And I don't think it has anything about love to do about love. Like, I'm not looking this direction looking for love. No, I feel like almost like I'm being called towards something, right? And maybe it's something you do out of your own home. I don't know. But I feel like if I'm cutting ties with this person feels the weight of it. They feel the weight of it. But nonetheless, I feel like this Queen is like, she's on a journey right now. And that's that. That's that. Okay. You know what? I think I'm just going to let it be. Because I don't want to make it long. This is really what Leo, first card. What's in my head was like, when this Leo full moon comes, or, afterwards, what's the potential? I feel like it's calling, like it's calling us. Like, I don't do these type of readings unless I feel called to. And I feel like if I have the questions, then you have the questions. You know what I mean? I feel we're that connected. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. I don't know. This is looks pretty awesome. It looks pretty awesome. So I will see you next time at my table. It's funny. It's like I don't want to end it yet, but yeah, it's time. It's time. I feel like that's a saying. Oh, I meant to pull this down a little bit. Sorry. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time at my table. I love you. Bye-bye.